Anybody still awake out there? The last match of the night. The Open Doubles Final. A father-son matchup of epic proportions. Yeah, a couple of guys still awake. Yeah. Great to hear, everybody. Now that it's all almost over, I'm not ready for it to end yet, so I want this to go 10 games here. Yeah, Kevin and Carlos have secured the winner's side, so Tony and Bud would have to beat them twice here. Getting a couple pictures for this big-time father-son matchup here. All weekend long I've been watching this. I have no idea what they're doing down there. Cleaning the bearings, cleaning that white film or whatever it is off the bearings. All right. Here we go. Kevin puts it into play. Tries to bounce it through. Carlos sent a pass up there. Bounced in off a couple of guys, and first point goes to Kevin and Carlos. All right, back at it. Carlos tic-tacking. Tries a pull kick. Comes to Kevin. Taken away by Tony. Hard along the wall. Chance to even things up. Pull side. Kevin takes this one away. And Bud blocked it, but it bounced in off a guy. And 2-1, Kevin and Carlos. Carlos looking at the banks, and he's going to get one. Off the inside wall there. 3-1, Kevin and Carlos. Chance to make it a 1-point game for Tony. I think he tried to bounce it off the back wall. Comes to Bud. Set up from the line. Tony tic-tacking. Goes hard along the wall. Set up in the center. Tries to go push side. Carlos gets a big piece of it and takes it away. Blocks it. Comes back to Tony. Another block by Carlos. Comes back to Tony. Deep pull side. Four 3 lead for Kevin and Carlos. Kevin goes through the high lane. Chance to close out game one for Kevin Romero. Game two underway. Bounce pass. Tried to go back down the middle. Comes back to him. Chance to get his team on the board first. Goes around Carlos on the push side. Carlos has had great D all weekend. His D's really getting good. So I've been excited to see how Tony would shoot on him. Another chance here for Tony. And he goes out and back down the middle. Kevin goes along the wall. Takes it straight. Tony tried to bounce that one up. An option off of his back down. Kevin brushes this one up here. Chance to tie it up at 2. Blocked by Bud. Comes back to Kevin. Tried to go long. Taken away by Bud. Snatched up by Tony. Get another look at Carlos's D here. Kevin with a chance to tie it up. Another big block by Bud there. All right, Tony picks it up. Tries to go along the wall, bounces off Carlos's man. Tony picks it up off his 3-row. And he hits the pull side. 3-1 lead here for Tony and Bud, the defending champs. Kevin goes through the high lane. Tried to go straight. Bud blocked it, but it ragged in. Defensive switch for the guys on the right. Tony goes hard along the wall. Big rock on Kevin Romero. He takes a pull side. Game point, Bud and Tony. Tony takes it away here. Tried to brush it up to that second man, the high lane there. Tony brushes that one down along the near wall. Did it go in? Tony thought so, but the guys on the right don't. Now they agree. I couldn't see it. Game 3 coming at you. Kevin goes through the lane. We go inside. Kevin uses the high lane there. 2-0 lead for Kevin and Carlos. I think he tried to bang it off the back wall. Bud's got a really good pull kick. He's whiffed on a couple. Taken away by Kevin here. Picked up by Tony. Chance to make it a 1-point game. Blocked by Carlos. Taken away by the 5-row of Tony. Kevin steals it. Setting up his pull shot now. Go straight. 3-0 for the Costa Ricans. Tony goes along the wall. Carlos with a beautiful pull kick pass. Four-0. Tony goes to the lane. And back down the middle. Kevin with that hard lane pass and closes out game 3. All right, the defending champs, backs against the wall. Tony goes through the lane. Blocked by Carlos. Looking at the banks, we saw him score one off the inside wall earlier, and that's where he sent this one. Picked up by Tony on the 5. Tries to brush it up. Back to Bud here. Stuff back into the goal. Tony goes smooth along the wall. And he kind of loaded up like he was going to go push side and ripped a deep pull side. He made a defensive switch. Tony's in the back, Bud's up front. Kevin goes along the wall. Shooting at Tony now. Tried to slice that one through. Bud's going to take a timeout and bring the #1 player in the world up there. All right, Tony rocking. Tries to go down the middle. Shooting at Kevin that time. Picked off by Tony. And a deep pull side. Kevin goes along the wall. Shooting a snake now on Tony. Tony got a block, came back to Kevin. Back to the snake. Another block by Tony. He's going to take a shot, it looks like. Nope, he's going to take a timeout. He's going to bring Bud back there. Tony's the best at snatching up loose balls, so. There's that pull kick pass by Bud. Blocked by Carlos. And he sprays one in the short side and ties it up at 2. Game 4 here of the first set. Break there for Bud and Tony. Kevin goes through the lane. Chance to tie it up at 3. Try to go straight. Bud got the block. Carlos back to the banks. He's off the center. Right at that spot where you can hit them both real hard with it. Posted up there. All right, Bud gets credit for that one. 4-2 lead. Five-bar attempt by Kevin. Not sure how that happened. Quick pickup by Tony. All right, Bud from the back pin. 4-3 here. Here in the 4th game. Carlos checking the banks. 4-4. Game point for the team on the left. Championship point for the team on the right. Tony hard along the wall. The chance to send it to 5 games, and he does. Game 5. Taken away by Tony, who goes through the lane. Carlos blocks it up off the table. Puts the ball back into play. Tony goes along the wall. Chance to get on the board first here in game 5. Goes around Carlos on the push side. Kevin brushes it up. Back to the pull shot. He goes around Bud. Tony bounce pass. Setting up in the center. And goes out and back down the middle. Taken away here by Bud. Kevin went wall the last couple times Bud went up there. Bud said not this time. All right, Tony puts it into play. Goes along the wall. Chance to take a 3-1 lead. Just a vicious pull side there. Carlos was buried on it too, and still went in clean. You heard it. You heard it hit the rim, the post. Kevin goes down the middle. Defensive switch for the team on the right here with Kevin in the back. And Tony goes out and back down the middle again. All right, Kevin goes through the lane on Bud this time. And goes long around Tony this time. Tony through the lane. A chance to close out this first set. All right. Might take them a few minutes. They get as much time as they need here. But maybe they want to get right back after it. 1:36 in the morning here. I only live 10 minutes away, so not a far drive for me after this. Thanks for all the compliments this weekend, you guys. Glad you enjoyed the show. Sounds like everyone's enjoying the instant replay screen on the right. A great turnout for our tournament here. 193 registered players. All right. Ready for your second set here. Five games to decide the Open Doubles champions. Kevin rattles this one through. First scoring opportunity will be against Tony. And he hits it straight. Tony goes through the lane. A lot of movement from Carlos. Tony tried to go push side, but rimmed it off the post. And then Kevin just kind of sprays that one in on Bud. Tony goes along the wall. Chance to cut it within one. Went wide again. Carlos looking at the banks from here. He scored one from this spot, and he gets another one here. 3-0 lead for the Costa Ricans. Tony's going to take a timeout. All right, Tony puts it back into play. Goes along the wall, setting up a snake shot on Carlos here. And shoots this one wide and off the table. Tony and Bud down 0-3 here in the first game of the second set. Kevin goes to the lane. Tries to go straight, block back to him. Another chance for him here. A few big blocks by Bud. Kevin gets it to go that time, I think down the middle. Nope, it was long. Tony tic-tacking. Try to bounce pass. Kevin got a piece of it. Carlos sends it up the table. Kevin and Carlos get that first game. That Kevin's just so fast. It's hard to keep him down. It's hard to control him that long. He's always coming at you. He's just got a lot of weapons and he uses them all. Like he uses like quick pull kicks and very athletic. All right, game two. Tony goes along the wall. Blocked and taken away by Carlos. Tony goes along the wall. Get another look at Carlos's defense here. Like I said, he's had great defense all weekend long. He's always had pretty good defense, but seems really good this weekend. There's a front pin to the pull side there. Tony takes like one of those a game. If you play him, you have to plan for one of those. That one kind of junks in. 1-1 here in game 2. Tony tried to go back down. Got behind Carlos. Ragged one in. 2-1 Tony and Bud. Kevin with the rolling pull. Two here in game 2. Kevin takes away the wall pass there and sends it up a wall pass of his own. Hammers along. 3-2 Kevin and Carlos. Tony goes along the wall. Chance to tie it up here. Block comes back to Tony. Another chance. He goes pull side. 3-3. Kevin goes through the lane. Blocked. Comes back to him. Picked up by Tony. Back down. Game point, Bud and Tony. Kevin's 5 bar is really looking sharp. He brushes it down nicely there. And he went long that time. Tony passing on Carlos. He's going to take a timeout. 4-4 here in the second game of the second set. All right, Tony puts it into play. Goes through the lane on Carlos. Shooting on Kevin. Out and back down the middle. Even it up at 1 game apiece. Looking like 10 games might be happening, RJ. I knew you fell asleep. All right, game 3. Here we go. Kevin tries to pass along the wall. Blocked back to Carlos. Dancing with the ball. Tries a pull kick down the middle. Tony picks it up on his 5-row. Try to wall pass along the near wall. Carlos picks it up. Bud with a back pin shot. Back to the banks for Carlos. Looking at a push shot here. Blocked up off the table. Tony picks this loose ball up. Shooting on Carlos. A lot of movement. And Tony goes back down the middle. Seems to be like the only thing open on Carlos is back down the middle. You got to have a good back down the middle on Carlos. 1-1 here in game 3. Tony tried to go through the lane there. Kevin got a piece of it. Comes back to Carlos, who will look at the banks again. Pull kick pass by Bud. Picked off by Kevin. Was a great long there. Fast. Bounce past Tony. Chance to tie it up at 2. And he goes pull side. Kevin brushes it up, but couldn't hold on. Block back into the goal. Tony goes along the wall. Chance to tie it up at 3. Hops out to the push. He's going to take a timeout. All right. Tony puts it back into play. Shooting on Carlos. He waited on that angle. Three here, game 3. Kevin with a chance to take the lead. Big block by Bud. Another chance for Kevin. Another block by Bud. Another chance for Kevin. And again. Bud blocked 4 of them. 4 in a row. Couldn't block the 5th. Good D by Bud. Game point for the team on the right. Chance to tie it up here, though, for Tony. And he does. We're at game 3. 1 apiece here. Kevin goes to the lane there. And he closes out game 3. Tony and Bud have 1 game. Game 4. Tony tic-tacking. Goes through the lane. Rocking and takes a push shot. Kevin tries to go along the wall. Tony blocks it, gets it back. Next attempt goes to Bud. Taken away by Kevin. Goes long. Tony along the wall. Yeah, Tony never gives up pull kick or push kick passes. Ever. He's never in that bad position. I've talked about it before. So I'm trying to see how he does that, you know. And still he doesn't give up like a long pull or pull kick or anything. Tried to go back down the middle there. Blocked by Carlos. Sent up the table by Kevin. Hammered in the back of the goal by Kevin. Tony along the wall. Chance to tie it up. A game that they need on the left. Just wide. Carlos loses that one. Up the table to Kevin. And he goes with a quick push kick. Tony and Bud took a timeout. Slow things down. Backs against the wall for Tony and Bud here. Tony bounces it up. Chance to bring it within 1. (3-2) in game 4. Kevin goes through the lane. Straight. Championship point. Kevin Romero, Carlos Martinez. Tony puts it into play. Wall check. Goes through the lane. Couldn't hold on. Kevin tries a bounce pass. Rolls the Bud. Pull kick pass. Gives Tony an opportunity here. Bring it within one. Blocked by Carlos. Picked up by Bud. Carlos checking on the banks again. And he shoots a push kick to end it. Congratulations to the Wisconsin State champions of open doubles, Kevin Romero, Carlos Martinez. The runners-up, Tony Spredeman, Bud Spredeman. Thanks everybody for viewing, and thanks for all the comments. We want to thank the Mad Apple. We want to thank Good Nature, E-Vapor, Colosso Toyota, Supreme Lending. All right. Until next year. Thanks for listening.